Hey there, combo fans. I am Bryant Cook, and tonight we're playing Pioneer. This exact 75 cards I played in a video about a month ago that you can find out in the card above. It is Pioneer Neoform, and I'm looking to run it back. Same 75, see how it does a month later. I don't have any thoughts on what I would even change in this 75, so I'm looking to gather a few more data points before making a decision moving forward. If you're completely unfamiliar with Neoform, I have a bunch of other videos on this channel you can check out, but the basic idea is that we want to fill our graveyard using cards like Otherworldly Gaze. Will it let me hover? No, it never lets me hover. There we go. So Otherworldly Gaze, Scheming, Contingency Plan, and then we want to play a Delve creature like Hooting Mandrills or Tasigur, and then cast Neoform, getting the Velomachus Lorehold. So Neoform puts a +1/+1 counter on the creature, which means that we can cast spells that cost 6, like Karn's Temporal Sundering or Part the Waterveil, and we just keep on attacking with our 6/6 Angry Dragon over and over and over again. In the sideboard, we have things like Leyline of Sanctity to protect us from discard. We have Abrupt Decay for the Spirits matchup since they have a bunch of creatures and they have a lot of counter spells, so it sort of, fits both roles. But we also have some other large creatures like Dracuseth and Dragonlord Atarka to board into in that matchup. So that way we have some, flexibility. That's my deck tech. I hope you liked it. Short, sweet, all that good stuff. If you have any thoughts, put those down below. But for now, I want to play some Pioneer. So sit back and enjoy the video. I'll see you in the first match. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Alright, first match, we're on the draw. So we have things to fill the graveyard, but we're missing both a large creature and a Neoform. I think that 5 lands is a little ambitious, especially when the best deck in the format plays Thoughtseize. Let's mulligan. Okay, so here we have creatures, but nothing to fill the graveyard, no Neoform. I'm going to go to 5. Mulligan again. Okay, I don't love it, but let's see what we can do here. Blood Crypt. Alright, no turn 1 Thoughtseize. Draw. Alright, land 2 is a good start. Let's fire off this Thoughtseize. I'm a discard deck too. Interesting. Let's take the Seasoned Hollowblade. And now they just have 2 Fables, which are kind of slow. So that gives me some time to find the Neoform and the creature. Okay, so they play the White Path land. Did you draw a 2-drop? You did not. Alright, so we want to draw a creature or Neoform here. Okay, so now we need green source plus creature. So Tasigur is the better creature because Tasigur can be cast off black. If it's Hooting Mandrills green source, it actually takes 2 turns. So there's pretty much everything we want. Even a backup Neoform in case we need it. I think we just leave these on the top. So Neoform, Mandrills, land. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, I'm happy that I found green source plus creature, but it's going to take a whole extra turn, which is my concern. I can't do it in one smooth motion. Alright, so we're drawing the land. Let's play a contingency plan just to fill the graveyard. I'm actually going to leave everything. Maybe I should have been the land, actually. I could still do that with the Otherworldly Gaze. Another thing I could do is set it up so that I can play Hooting Mandrills and Neoform in the same turn. They discard double Sky Sovereign. Are you a Grease Fang deck? That would seem odd, but it's possible. I mean, Fable is a good way of getting large vehicles to the graveyard. And there's Grease Fang. Okay. My time is definitely running out quickly here. And the Sky Sovereign's back. I think I'm dead. I don't have the resources that I need. It's gonna take 2 full turns. And they accidentally skipped their attack step. That's a bummer. And now the Sky Sovereign returns to their hand. So I could play the Hooting Mandrills here, but I know that there's another green source on top of my deck. Maybe I should make sure that it's an untapped green source. I don't actually remember which one it was. Let's cast an Otherworldly Gaze. The breeding pool. So let's count some damage. So let's say our opponent remembers to attack next turn. So 6, 8. Let's say they have another creature to crew with. That'd be 12. They can also copy with Fable. The problem with playing the Mandrills out now is I just lose to a removal spell. And the Sky Sovereign can deal at 3, so I can't block anyway. Alright, I'm just going to put these on top. Pass the turn. So now the Fable will transform. Has Summoning Sickness. I did forget about that. Land 4. So they have Fable the Mirrorbreaker in hand and a Sky Sovereign. Then 2 unknowns. I am dead to Thoughtseize. Alright, let's just concede. Cannot beat that. Our mana base being 2 Watery Graves and the black-green land definitely cost me in that game. Alright, let's bring in some ley lines. And I think we can actually board out Thoughtseize in this matchup. We don't want to be the discard deck. And then I think that's it. I could bring in Abrupt Decay because they could have like Rest in Peace or something, but it seems like it'd be a weird inclusion in the graveyard deck itself. So I'm going to try to skimp on bringing in that sort of interaction. It's a met. And the reason I mention Rest in Peace is that it's a white deck, but people board in Rest in Peace against Grease Fang, so it'd be pretty unlikely that they have it in their own. Game 2, we're on the play. I mean, this hand has literally everything in it. We need a black source, but I'm going to keep this. It doesn't have Leyline, unfortunately, but it's a really good hand. Play the Breeding Pool. I will shock myself past the turn. Blood Crypt. Tapped. Okay, so we're going to go to their end step. Tap for a blue, cast Otherworldly Gaze. I like the backup creature in there, but we need fuel for filling the graveyard. So I'm just going to keep the Watery Grave, put that on top of the deck. Draw. Ouch. I think, I mean, I'll just scheming here. It's fine. I was considering holding up the Otherworldly Gaze, but it doesn't matter. We need to keep Velomachus on top. Get rid of the Otherworldly Gaze and this. So then I'll draw the Sanctum. This works out. Pass the turn. Sort of just hoping that our opponent taps out for something that doesn't matter on turn 2. Pathway, okay. Black and a red. That is something that doesn't matter on turn 2. Thank you. Alright, so we'll play the Sanctum. Tap for a black. Play the Tasigur. Remove everything we can that isn't an Otherworldly Gaze. Looks like we have to remove one Otherworldly, which is fine. We're going to convert this Tasigur into a big angry dragon. Green, blue, cast Neoform. Velomachus Lorehold. Now let's attack for 6 and we get a trigger. We were looking to hit a time walk effect off this. Luckily for us, we did. Let's cast Karn's Temporal Sundering. I will take an extra turn after this one, thank you. We will bounce the Bloodtide Harvester. Okay. Take a draw. Leyline, perfect. Let's cast this Otherworldly Gaze looking for another time walk. There's one right on top. So we're just going to leave all 3 of these. You could mill the first 2, but I think at some point milling actually becomes a detriment because you don't want to like look at the top 7 and look at multiple time walk effects. Like that's just not good. So you want to keep some fluff in there. And after we attacked for 6, we would have flashback Otherworldly Gaze looking for another time walk. But our opponent conceded and we're off to game number 3. I am going to resubmit. I think our 75 is already perfect. No changes. Game 3. No mana, no keeps. Get out of here. Mulligan. No leyline. We have everything else, though. Opponent kept 7, which is kind of scary. I don't think I'm allowed to ship... Like, mulligan to 5 because I'm afraid of a discard spell. Like, that... I just don't think that's the plan. Turn 1 on tap Black Source into Thoughtseize. Yep. It's an interesting decision between the Otherworldly Gaze and Neoform when I'm stuck on one Watery Grave. They took the Scheming. That's surprising. Okay. We drew a Contingency Plan. Maybe they just have more discard spells? I'm not sure. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It looks like they're passing the turn here. Let's dig for land number 2. Well, there's no lands in there, so we're getting rid of all of that. Draw. That hurts. Pass the turn. Land 3. Fable. Okay. Come on, deck. Please give me a land. Draw. There we go. I'm going to cast Contingency Plan here, looking for another blue-green land. I guess a black-green land would work. And a backup Neoform. Wow, that was good. Let's bin these. Pass the turn. Fable gets to loot here. Mills and a Ganjo. Okay. They play a Blood Crypt untapped going to 16. They'll attack with the Goblin Shaman and create a treasure token, 5 open mana, 4 cards in hand. Duress, that's brutal. Just devastating. So that just bought them a turn. We do have another Neoform on top, but it's 2 draw steps away. They took apart the Waterveil. They must have a removal spell for the dragon then. 4 mana. No? The blatant disrespect here from our opponent. Okay. I'll play a Hooting Mandrills. Blue, green. Let's put a dragon onto the table. So it's worth noting we've already used some time locks. So there's 2 gone here. So we have 6 time locks in our deck. Let's see if I can hit one by looking at the top 7. Attack and trigger. I hit a Karn's Temporal Sundering. That is the best one. So we'll take an extra turn and bounce the Azorius. Yeah, I think that's the play. I feel like our opponent probably should have won this game. But I appreciate them allowing me to do my thing instead. So it works for both of us. All right, untap, draw. Another Otherworldly Gaze. So we actually get 6 looks here at finding a time walk. And our opponents had enough. Okay, we are 1-0, 4 rounds left. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. Welcome to round number 2. We have a bad hand. We're just not going to keep this. I'm not even going to pretend that it's good. Ship it. Alright, so we're missing land 2, and then we're missing the Neoform. I'm going to bank on this Otherworldly Gaze to do some work. We're going to bottom part the Waterveil. Opponent is going down to 5 cards. Hallowed Fountain. So it's not land number 2. I'm just going to cast this Otherworldly Gaze now. No lands. Yikes. Pass. Glacial Fortress. Draw. Lucky me. Scheming. I'm going to mill all of these. I actually do need a 3rd land, but I'm also somewhat likely to just draw a random one on our draw step, and this way I get to dig deeper for Neoform. Okay, cast another. No Neoforms here. Let's mill. We're already 33% of the way through our deck, technically a little bit over. We'll call it 35, 38 cards left. And they're just playing lands and passing. Okay, so now we found land 3. So we want to find Thoughtseize and we want to find Neoform. Well, there's a Neoform. Put this on top. Almost 50% of the way through now. Land 5, is this a big tap? No, our opponent refuses the tap mana. Scheming. Unfortunately, there's a dragon. I don't love to see that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the dragon there. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna mill the dragon. Put the land on top, pass. I'm not even sure if a Thoughtseize is going to be good enough at this point. And they're just passing. Play a Blooming Marsh and pass the turn. They'll scry 2. One has 6 cards. I find it hard to believe that none of them are creatures or removal spells. Like, even though our opponent mulliganed to 5, I feel like they're favored at the moment. Flash this back. We're just going to mill all of these. So there's 4 Thoughtseizes in the bottom 24 cards of our deck, and 1 dragon that we don't want to draw. I'm going to pass the turn. They will scry 2 again. They have 7 cards. We will attempt to flash back. Once again, no Thoughtseizes. 20 cards left. I'll take 1, going to 19, and flash back another. And there's the dragon. So I'm sort of being forced to move here. Let's keep all those on top. Put dragon on the bottom. Let's cast a scheming. Okay. I'm going to keep all of these. The dragon can go on the bottom. Land and Thoughtseize. Pass the turn. The Wandering Emperor. You've got it. They have 7 cards in hand. We need it to just be like absolute garbage. I don't know how else I'd win this game. Alright, cast Thoughtseizes. Yeah, we can't beat Faithful Absence, Absorb, or March. Alright, they've got it. Let's just go to the next one. Did not go our way. Alright, so we want 4 copies of Duress here. The Hullbreaker Horror. And I think that's it. There's some thoughts on if you're supposed to board an Abrupt Decay. The problem is that it's like an actual dead card unless they have Rest in Peace, so it's not great. 65 cards. I think I like boarding out the Otherworldly Gazes here, and now we're at 61. I think that you can maybe shave on a Time Walk. Let's try this out. Game number 2 on the play. Unfortunately, we can't keep that. This hand's really good. We will keep this. We just need to find a creature. Okay. One has 6 cards. Ouch. Let's Duress. Target them. Narset's Reversal, Summary Dismissal, Aether Gust. Guess we'll take the reversal for now. Irrigated Farmland, draw. Yes. And let's play the Contingency Plan. No creatures, we're just going to mill everything. Pass the turn. All the Storm Giants, you got it. Draw. Okay, let's fire off this Thoughtseize. Target you. Take the Absorb. I mean, they had a couple pretty good draws here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what the right choice is here. I don't know how much it matters either. Okay, so now they have Absorb online. Draw. Pass the turn. Plan 4. Watery Grave. Pass the turn. Irrigated Farmland. Scheming. Let's cast it. Well, there's the Hullbreaker. With enough lands to eventually cast it. It looks like we have ourselves a game plan. I might have just stacked that wrong. I think I actually put a tap land as my last one, which was fairly dumb. Field of Ruin. Oh, that's not good. There's a Tough. I'm out of this game. Ah. Oh. Like, they definitely Field of Ruin me, right? Okay. Memory Deluge. Yeah. Deluge. A plus to Fairy. 7 cards. Yeah, and I definitely put a tap land as the last one, like a real dummy. We'll Thoughtseize them, see if we can hit the Faithful Absence. Although I guess they have the Summary Dismissal too, which would answer it. I have to hope that they like tap low or something and I could sneak in the Hullbreaker. Now they do it. Okay, they've got me. We're going to concede. 1-1. We picked up our first match loss in 2 videos with Pioneer Neoform. Can't talk right now. Pioneer Neoform. There we go. All right, match 3 is coming up. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Hey, Bryant here for round number 3, I guess. Something went wrong with OBS in this round. It was red, it was recording. I went to go stop recording, OBS froze, and then it spit out a file that had 3 seconds in it. So unfortunately, this round was not captured. I faced Jeskai Ascendancy, where honestly, they were pretty much 2 non-games. In the first game, I played 3 Thoughtseizes within the first 4 turns into a dragon, and our opponent conceded. Here in this game, our opponent played a Hermit on the second turn, didn't have a white source for Chain of the Rocks for a couple turns. I beat down with the Tasigur until they were at 13. They then found the Mana Confluence, put themselves to 12, cast Chain of the Rocks. I had Tasigur Neoform waiting, and then, you know, a dragon happened, and then I hit Karn's Temporal Sundering, bounced their Ascendancy that was already in play, and then took a max return and they conceded. Not a super eventful round. I'm sorry for you that it was not captured. I don't really know what else to do. Running replays isn't a great way to do it. I know people talk about that. Sometimes they're like, why don't you just review the replays? But it's just not quite the same. No real excuse here other than I hope it doesn't happen in match number 4 that's about to start. So once again, truly sorry about this mishap. Maybe I'll try restarting or something, but yeah, round 4 coming up. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Match number 4. I can confirm that we are recording once again. I'm on the play. Let's try to scratch out a match win here. Yeah, this hand is great. All we need to do is find Neoform. Easy peasy. Okay, Watery Grave past that turn. Basic Plains into Luminarch Veteran. Is this Pauper? Uh-oh. I'm gonna mill the dragon. We have 1 dragon left. Hope it doesn't bite me in the tush. Draw. Okay. Contingency Plan. Oh no. I said something and then it happened. Alright, so we can mill 3 lands, but we have to keep the dragon on top. So we're going to put the dragon here, Sanctum over it. Pass the turn. Youthful Valkyrie, sure. So it's the Angels deck, I guess. We need to find Neoform. Plan. Alright, we found the Neoform. Mill the Thoughtseize. Get rid of the breeding pool. Alright. So we're going to put the Velomachus on top, and then the Neoform. Pass the turn. Green, okay. Resplendent Angel, you got it. So I'll take 3, and now we get to make a dragon. Dragons versus angels. Just like Richard Garfield intended, or so everywhere on the internet tells me. Okay. You always hear about what Richard Garfield wanted, but he never talks about it himself. A little bit odd. A little bit odd indeed. We'll grab a dragon. Get in there. Trigger. We hit 1 time walk. I mean, I'll take it. So they fall to 16. We have 2 Otherworldly Gazes, so I think I'll cast this one. I don't really want any of these. So I think we're supposed to flashback here before I draw. Alright, there's another time walk. We'll mill the dragon. Put the part on top with Contingency Plan on top of that. Attack. We hit another part of the Waterveil. We'll cast it. We take another turn. They're at 10. Let's cast another Contingency Plan. We found Karn's Temporal Sundering. We'll keep both of those on top. Attack with the dragon. We get to bounce the angel this time. Triple time walk in here. I don't love that. Bounce this angel. And now they're at 4 and we have lethal. We did it. Take that, green-white angels. Dragons are better. You heard it here first. Dragons are better than angels. Hot take. Hot take. Okay. A lot of trash talk for a deck that is currently 2-1. Do I want Thoughtseize or do I want Abrupt Decay? I don't know. Could also try boarding out the 2 plantings for 2 decays and just call it a day. Or bringing in these large creatures. I think I like the Dracuseth in this matchup, so let's board that in. And I'll do 2 decay. Board out 1 copy of Thoughtseize. Let's try this. Well, we've opened up double large creature. That is not ideal, so we'll ship this. Okay, this is very reasonable. It is a 6-card hand that has a dead card in it, but we're only a Neoform away from this hand being the nuts. Look at that. I opened up my fat mouth and things went right. Oh, I tapped wrong, I guess. Cancel. Untap. Thoughtseize. Do I care about any of this? No. I guess we'll take the bishop. Pass the turn. Plan 2. You can have your Youthful Valkyrie. Alright, so we're looking for land number 3 off one of these Contingency Plan scheming effects. Why golly, there's a 3rd land. That's crazy. Alright, we're going to leave the Temporal Sundering on top and then the Watery Grave. Gita Font of Hope? Giada? Is that how you say it? Not a wordsmith. A word doctor. I don't know what to call myself. A clown. Really self-deprecating today between this and the Ant video. Alright. Let's play a Mandrills. If you did not watch the Ad Nauseam Tendrils video, I made a pretty bad blunder in a match that I had literally won. I just had to think about the cards in my deck and instead I lost. It was not a good look. Alright, so we're going to sacrifice this and I'm just going to get Velomachus. Let's get in there. Alright, the Velomachus triggers. Karn's Temporal Sundering. You'll love to see it. So we'll take an extra turn. And we'll bounce the Giada. And our opponents just had enough. They hate dragons. Just ruins their Angel's Day. I'll take it. We're 3-1 with 1 match left. The Best Legacy Podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube. It's the final round. Can we get the 4-1 with Pioneer Neoform? Let's find out. We're on the play. This hand is great. Keep. I really like this deck. A lot of people think that this is like a meme deck or something, and I think those people are crazy. It's actually legitimately good. I know that the Azorius matchup is pretty rough, even with 8 discard spells, but there's probably a solution somewhere. Okay, our opponent's hand is ultra slow. Pass the turn. Non-angel. So they're anti-dragon. Oh no, it's non-dragon. I guess I should have left this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a big dummy, but we already knew that. Not that Cletus is any good against me. I think Cletus is actually pretty terrible. There's a Neoform. So we will mill everything that isn't Neoform. Put that right on top, then pass. On the following turn, we'll dig for a creature, and then on turn 4, hopefully make a dragon. Den of the Bugbear. Draw. Mana Confluence, and Scheming. There's a dragon. No creature, wow. I'm just going to mill everything. Pass the turn. We're almost 33% of the way through our deck and haven't found a Delve creature yet. Haunted Ridge. Oh no. Gets nothing. Draw. Another Neoform. Get a little bit of redundancy here. I don't mind it. Wow. Still no creatures. That is wild. Pass the turn. We have 8 of them in the deck. We have 36 cards. So now they can play the Cletus. You got it. I'm at 13. There's Cletus. Come on, deck. Give me a creature. No such luck. I will pass the turn. They have 5 cards in hand. They can activate one of the man lands. And they do that. Okay, so we're going to take 10 here, going to going to 3. I'm just going to be lazy and flash this back now. Oh wow, we hit the other dragon and didn't hit a creature. So this game's just over. Wow. That is some not great variance. It happens. I'm just going to focus on getting getting both of the next 2. Wow. All right, ley lines come in. Board out, Thoughtseize, and I think I actually want to bring in one of these large creatures. Let's do Dracuseth. We're at 61. Let's take out Planning. I wonder if maybe I should bring in Atarka too. Maybe bring in Abrupt Decays. Board out 1 time lock. Let's try this. On the play. Sure. So we just need to find a Neoform with this hand. Play the Watery Grave, pass the turn. Den of the Bugbear. Draw. Alright, so we have land 3. It's literally just finding Neoform at this point. Mill. Pass. Land 2. Watery Grave. Let's play the planning first, or plan. We're milling a lot of time locks. It's not good for us. No need to play out the Tasigur so that way it could die to a removal spell. They Bone Crusher me. Land number 3. Lifebane Zombie. We have no green or white creatures. Sorry. Draw. We get to look 10 cards deep this turn for the Neoform. There it is. Let's keep a backup Tasigur, just in case. Pass the turn. How many time locks have I milled? There are 7 in the deck. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 3 left. Not very good odds. So I'll take 3 going to 15. Urborg. I have 5 cards. Am I Am I supposed to just jam it in open mana? I boarded out my Thoughtseizes, which might have been a mistake. Alright, I'm just going to do it. Tasigur. Blue, green, play Neoform. Get the dragon. Attempt to go to combat. Attack. Triggers. Okay, the triggers happened. Unfortunately, I did not hit a time walk. And I don't want any of these. Pass the turn. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. They're attacking for 3. I cannot block. I will go to 12. Fable. Okay, Fable does not kill a dragon, so I'm in. They take 2 off the Blood Crypt. What for, though? Let's cast a contingency plan. I'm gonna leave the Tasigurs. Go to combat. Triggers. Karn's Temporal Sundering targeting me, and let's bounce the Fable. And they conceded. Okay. I mean, I feel like I got away with one there. Am I supposed to be leaving in discard? Maybe I'll take out the Abrupt Decays for 2 Thoughtseize. Okay. If we cut the Hullbreaker Horror, we are a true dragon deck. All of our creatures will be dragons. This hand's really good. Wow. Okay, we just have to find a creature to delve. Pathway. Mana Confluence past the turn. Our opponent just conceded the game. Alright. I'll take a 4-1. So our one loss was to Azorius control. And honestly, I'm not sure how you fix that. Like, truly no clue. We have 8 discard spells, and it just didn't seem like it was good enough. We could try a plan like we do against Spirits, where you just board out all of the Time Walk effects, and then you just, like, Neoform into, like, giant creatures like Hullbreaker Horror. But I'm not sure if that's better than just, like, Velomachusing them. Like, I guess part of the issue is, even if you get through their counter wall, they have Faithful Absence or whatever. So, like, if we had a creature that was large that they couldn't beat with, like, Shroud or something, that would be the answer. If you could think of anything that costs 7 that can't be hit by removal and is good against Azorius control, hit me up, because I'm definitely interested. But that's all I've got for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video despite round 3 not really existing. Oh well. Have a great day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.